All right, welcome to another episode of the MMA Fight Game Podcast. I am completely fired up to introduce this athlete to you all. I have been a fan in the shadows for a super long time. Finally, was able to get something done where we can actually bring in Rich Clubber the Hitman Lang to the Full Contact Promotions cage. He has a massive main event fight December 12th, 2024 for the Full Contact Promotions 155-pound lightweight championship against Tony Viscomi from Western New York MMA. Rich, I've been a fan for a long time in the shadows. How are you?
I'm doing good, my man. How about yourself?
Good, hanging in there. So I've been, you fought primarily on, Tim Rankin's Cage Wars.
Mhm.
When I first saw him, I'm like, who is this Rich Lang guy? Like, just constantly watching, always come to perform, works hard, is a true martial artist. I've been looking for the opportunity to get you on a card with Full Contact Promotions. The stars aligned. You're here now. I'm excited to have you. What's it mean to be in your first main event in a title fight?
It actually means a lot to me. It's actually I'm actually really excited. I get to, showcase my skills and let everybody know why I'm a main event fighter. You know what I mean? Like I've been working at this for a long time, and every time I pull up, I'm gonna give the fans a show. They like violence, and I'm bringing violence. That's it.
Yeah, and I can't agree with you more. I've been watching for a long time. I've been a fan a long time. There is so much buzz about this card that you are headlining from top to bottom. The talent pool and the talent level on this card is deep, but none bigger than your fight against Tony Viscomi. What are your expectations for December 14th?
Well, number one, I'm expecting violence. I'm expecting violence. I expect him to bring his A game. You know what I mean? I did my homework on him a little bit, and he looks like he's going to be a good fight. He's going to give me a really good fight, and he's got me excited. He's got me really ready to showcase my skills to the top of my abilities. And I'm just here to really give you guys a show. And I don't have no doubt in my mind that I'm gonna walk away with my hand being raised.
Yeah, and obviously you had an initial opponent, due to a personal situation, that opponent dropped out, but it's pretty rare that you find another opponent that actually generates more buzz. As soon as that fight was announced, my messages, well, first and foremost was first, how did you get Rich Lang on a card, number one? And then number two, how did you connect Tony Viscomi and Rich Lang? That is going to be an unbelievable fight. What did that mean that we were able to get something done from that standpoint?
I was completely excited because I've had a lot of guys back out of fights, and this is like my third fight I've took on a short notice, so I'm kind of almost expected it. But usually I don't get anybody who with of this caliber of a fighter, which really got me excited. He's really got me fired up right now, and I really hope he's everything that they're making him out to be, so we can really put on a really good show for everyone. The fans pay a lot of money to see good performances, and they don't like, guys who stall and things like that. And that's not how I roll at all. And I hope that's not how he rolls.
Yeah, from what I hear, I've seen you fight many times. I know you always bring the action, and from just reading social media posts, Tony brings the action as well. And it's a kind of a rare circumstance because you obviously come from a legendary gym in Mohawk Valley MMA with Duff Holmes. For the casual fans, they may not know, but Duff kind of got his name working with Matt Hammer, the Hamill back in the day. As
Absolutely.
a true OG in the sport, like real OG. Then you also have Felipe Silva, who fought in the UFC, who is cornered in the UFC. So you actually have two OGs in the sport, having these unicorns coming through the system, through the amateur scene, working their ways up through the pros. It's just a night of unbelievable talent. The talent level on this card is amazing. You're expecting violence on the card on December 14th, and then in a perfect world with the victory, what would be next? Not overlooking your opponent or anything like that. Do you have any plans for what's next?
Honestly, right now it's just I'm in the gym very frequently, and every day I'm just looking to get a little bit better every day. Just 1% better every day. Just I just want to keep going and just I'm gonna ride this wave until I can't no more. I love training, and this is my world, honestly. So I'm just gonna keep going and just take it wherever it takes me. Let it go in God's hands and just ride the wave.
Yeah, and you train at a really big gym. Another rising athlete from your camp, Santino Tubia, is actually going to be on the card with you as well. We talked about if I mispronounce his name or I missay his name, Alex Williams is another one. You train with Kenny Correa, Cage Wars champion, as well as he's champ, right? With Cage
Yes,
Wars. Yeah.
yes.
So training with all those killers, what does that do for your development as an athlete?
Iron sharpening iron. We've got nothing but high ceiling fighters in our gym. So every day we just help each other get better and better and better as a team. It's not even as a team. We look at each other as like a brotherhood. You know what I mean? Like this is our world. We love each other and we just want to see each other just do good. That's it. We just all want to do good. We've got other guys like, El Mero, we've got Ben, we've got so many guys, Kyle Kaler, we've got so many past Cage Wars champions and pro athletes in our gym where all we do is get better because we have nothing but talent around us. Our worst guys can go through and run through the best guys in other gyms. I've seen it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's just,
And and what is working with an OG like Duff Holmes do for you? Obviously, he has the experience. He's coached at the highest of high levels with success. What does coaching? Let's do this in two parts. What does that do for the gym overall, and what does that do for Rich Lang, the fighter?
well, for the gym, it means everything for the gym to have a coach like that around us because he's seen it all. He's been there. He knows what works. He knows what doesn't. He was like one of the first MMA guys in our area out here. So he knows what to expect. He's been out there. We don't turn fights down and we only want the best competition. And Duff makes sure we get the best competition and he makes sure that our skills is gonna match. He makes sure that we're always ready. We're never going to get tired. We're never going to lack in skills. We're never going to lack in the department. And if we do, he's going to make sure we get the right guys with us, the right training partners to make sure we elevate to the top of our game. It's a
Yeah,
blessing to have him in our corner. It's really a blessing. It really is. I've never had I've trained at a couple different other gyms in the area. And then when I stumbled in Mohawk Valley, he took my skills to a whole nother level where I couldn't even imagine. I wouldn't be anywhere where I am right now without Duff. And that's just the truth.
yeah, Duff's a true OG. How did you like get involved in mixed martial arts? Did you play sports in high school, or what was that whole journey?
Yes, I've always played sports. I've always been a natural athlete. I played football my whole life, Pop Warner all the way up, and I was middle linebacker at the time. I was a big boy then. I used to play 225 middle linebacker. Yeah, I was out there laying the wood on people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I've always liked UFC. I've always watched. Anderson Silva was always one of my favorites growing up, GSP, things like that. And I had a buddy of mine from high school. His name's Gianni. Give him a little shout out. You know what I mean? He started training martial arts, and he was never really like like a brawler, tough kid. He just always was in the sport. Like he liked it, and then he was just like, man, you would be everything if you would do this. And I was just I brushed it off for a while, brush it off, and then one day there was a Black Friday sale at a local gym in the area, and I came in, and second day I tapped somebody, and I'm like, oh wow, this probably could work out for me. And I just kept training and kept training. And then over time, my skills just kept developing, and I was already a natural athlete, so they struggled with me on that part alone, with just me being a natural strong athlete. And then when my skills came to match my athleticism, I just became a problem.
Yeah, I mean, a problem at that, obviously, the buzz on the street for this fight, and you always bring a crowd of people. They're definitely in for a great show. Did you wrestle in high school?
Nope, never wrestled in high school. Actually, Proctor, we didn't have wrestling. I went
Oh,
to a practice. Yeah, we didn't have wrestling at all. Nope. I just played football. So me always playing football, I've always had a good low center of gravity, you know what I mean, and things like that. But no, I've never any wrestling background at all. That's just something that we just worked on with Santino and things like that because he was really good in wrestling. He placed in states, so he's my training partner a lot. So he gets my takedown defense good and things like that. Like in the beginning, I used to struggle a lot with my takedown defense and things like that. But recently, that's all we've been doing is just drilling, wrestling, 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 wrestling. I'm ready to defend 1,000 takedowns. You know what I mean? I'm here. I want to sprawl and brawl. I want to let it go. I'm gonna let my hands go. That's it. Guys want to come out there and crotch sniff. It ain't working anymore. No, not anymore. When you got Santino in your corner, he's gonna make sure of it. He's gonna make sure you get it down. And I take my hat off to him because that's all he does is he makes sure that we're all on point.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but, obviously good things about your whole camp. You already know what I think of you. Talk to me about, obviously Santino is on this card as well. What do you think is going to happen on Saturday night, December 14th, when Santino fights a true veteran and Dan Herder?
He's gonna kill him. He's gonna kill him. He's gonna kill him. That kid, his skills are unmatched. And I see it sometimes and I'm just like, oh my goodness, this kid is young, talented, aggressive, mean. We call him a little angry little man, we call him, because he's just the sky's the limit with that kid. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, just turned 18 and he's got his whole life ahead of him. And all he does is love to train and fight. That's all he does.
That's amazing. I'm definitely looking forward to having, both of you on the card, as well on Saturday, December 14th at Rage in the Cage 27. Before I let you go, obviously, is there anybody that you want to thank, any sponsors that you want to, shout out or anything like that? Because obviously without them, without your training partner support, it takes a village.
Yes. I might forget a couple of them
That's all
because
right.
I have a handful of sponsors, but I've got my boy Love Deep with Long Island Insurance down there. We've got the Joint, Horrible Hatchery in Utica, New York. We've got Nina's Pizza. We've got Handpicked Bud from Utica to New York. I mean, from Utica to Florida, excuse me. We have Horseshoe Genetics in Rome. I have Zenfo Cleanse. That's actually my girlfriend's business. She's actually one of my sponsors also. Um, I've got Visions to Life. They make my apparel. Rob Williams, he makes my apparel also. Those are also my sponsors. Um, I know I'm forgetting some people in here, and I don't want them to kill me over this, but there's a lot. I have a lot of sponsors right now. I have a lot of people backing me up, and
Yeah.
I love it, and I appreciate all you guys. And none of this could be possible without them either. You know what I mean? They helped me fund me going to Thailand and things like that. It's a blessing to have so many people in my corner and just supporting me for my town. You know, Utica, New York, where we're big on sticking together, and that's what we do. We just try to come together one as a family. You know what I mean? And just that's it.
Yeah. And how was that experience in Thailand? How long were you over in Thailand? Talk to me about that experience.
Yeah, I was over in Thailand for a full month. I trained at Tiger Muay Thai, and I just went out there and training with the pros, and I just wanted to sharpen my skills, and that was amazing. Every day it was just nice weather, good food. You know, it was relaxing, and we had a ball. I had a ball out there, and it was a training camp though. I didn't really party too much. You know, I missed all the fun things like Fifi Island and things like that because I went there for a mission. You know what I mean? I stayed for a full month and just got right to it, training 3 times a day and just got right at it. And my Muay Thai is on a whole nother level right now because of those things. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You go to
for
Tiger
sure.
Muay Thai, you're gonna get some things down.
Yeah, and then if people are looking to get tickets, you obviously benefit from ticket sales and things like that. Tickets are extremely limited. A lot of sections are starting to slowly, sell out. I know you have a few tickets left. They can DM you if they have your cell number that they can text you to get tickets. But this fight will sell out. It's a massive, massive card on Saturday, December 14th, 2024 in Rochester, New York at the Holiday Inn. But Rich, I truly appreciate the time. I can't wait to see you finally in the full contact promotions cage. I've been a fan for a long time, and people are going to see why. on Saturday night, and they're also going to see why you and Tony earned that headlining spot.
Absolutely. It's definitely an honor to be the main event of your fighting. And I've been watching you guys Full Contact Promotions for a long time too, and it's definitely a blessing. And I'm glad that I can give you the opportunity to put on a show for you and the fans.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it. Just sit tight, okay?
Thank you very much.
You got it, bud.